Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Passion Theory, where I share with you some of my passions. This one being video gaming and spooky stuff, all rolled into one. We're playing Cemetery Mary, a horror mystery game, visual novel type of an experience, where we are trying to figure out what happened to our parents, who's running around kidnapping and or killing people, and who's talking to us on the phone that may or may not be this person, or somebody who's trying to prevent us from being taken by that person, and who broke into our diner when we were snoozling, all sorts of questions going on. So, let's start. I woke up the next morning pretty early, earlier than usual, but I didn't feel tired. In fact, I actually felt pretty good. Yesterday was just a bit better of a day than usual, and I'm glad it happened. I tried to be quiet as I walked past Crowven's door that morning. I saw that he left it open a crack, so I peeked inside. He was sleeping still, drooling on his pillow, an arm hanging over the side. He looked absolutely silly, but it was nice to see him getting some rest for once, instead of racing to get out of the house before dawn. Seeing as he was still home, I thought it might be nice if I made breakfast for the two of us. I went downstairs and into the kitchen and started preparing some stuff with what we had. A while later, I heard Crowven coming down the stairs from the thumps of his steps, but he still alerted me by, "Hey, are you cooking something down there? Come into the kitchen. I just finished making pancakes." "What kind?" "What other kind? Chocolate chip, duh." "Oh, you're right. It was foolish of me to ask." I personally like pancakes with bacon in them, like little bacon bits. It's so good. If you've never had it, it sounds weird, but it's like this savory deliciousness, and then you put the syrup on. It's like the best kind of pancakes there are. Chocolate chip pancakes are my second favorite kind, though. I usually do both. Like I do like little pancakes that are like this big, and I'll do like two bacon ones and one chocolate chip one. You don't even gotta put that much bacon in it. Crowven took his usual chair in the kitchen as I set out plates for us. "Do you want milk or water?" "Milk, of course." "What kind of stupid person do you take me for?" Crowven seemed preoccupied with his phone, but I was too nice of a mood to care about that. I gave us both milk glasses and put some chocolate syrup on the table just in case, 'cause you know, you can never have too much. "Crowven, are you doing anything today?" "Why?" I had a lot of fun yesterday. I don't know. I thought maybe we could do something again today." "If you wanted to. Don't we have other things to do, like help What's-Her-Face with something?" "Oh, you want to?" I hadn't really been planning on it." "I mean, it's okay, if you're busy and all." "Well, I mean, there's some things I have to take care of first. But will you be free later tonight?" I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't really want to hang out with anyone besides you anyway." "Alright, because Gang and I were thinking of heading to this club tonight." "Gang?" "You know, me and my buds." "Oh, I've heard you talk about them, but I've never met them before." "Be perfect. You can come to the club with us, meet them, and we can let loose over a few drinks. It's all good." "I don't drink, but I, I, I didn't terribly mind going to the club with Crowven." "Oh, wait, whoa. Are we 21? She does not look like an adult." Okay, I guess that one guy wasn't as creepy as I thought, because I guess we're an adult, but she does not look like an adult. I've never really been to a club before. Does she not have a job? Like, and even though I'm sure I'm not really the kind, and even though I'm sure I'm not really the kind of crowd they expect to see there, I was always curious to see what one was like. Loud and obnoxious, that's what it's like. So I looked forward to it. I tried to keep myself busy throughout the day. I cleaned the cabin a bit, and it had been getting a bit out of shape. I tried to start a grocery list since I was sure we'd have to go on a run soon. Despite how I thought I might feel, I was excited actually. I had never met these friends of Crowven, and now that he's something. This thing, it just keeps skipping. I'm just trying to read it as fast as I can, at least since he's been living closer to Blackwood, but maybe even earlier. There's been times where Crowven would rush out of the house during dinner just to go meet them. At least, I'd always assumed it was them. He's always hanging out with them as far as I know. Despite how much time he seems to spend with them, I've never met them, or have even seen what they look like before. I always hear good things about them from him, though. So at the very least, I trust that they're nice people. I hope they like me. I kept up with Crowven throughout the day. I had to ride the bus into town without him this time, but that was okay. The hard part was following his directions. The club seemed like an awful lot of work to get to. Let's see. I remember one time I was at a club that was like so loud that we were like writing on paper back and forth, and I hate loud environments where I can't hear myself think or hear other people talk because I like to talk. And I was just like, what's the point of this? Like, what's the point of coming here to try to meet people? Because you can't have a discussion. So it's not like a good place for a date or to even meet somebody. Um, and we were all like, I was with my sister and we were all dancing and stuff, and some of our friends. And I was exhausted because I've been dancing for like forever. So I went to go sit down, and this is before I met my current partner. Um, but somebody asked me, some guy came up and asked me if I wanted to dance, and I was like, I said, because I always say yes as long as they're not being like creepy. I always say yes at least one dance because it's fun, and they took the courage to come talk to me. And so I was like, ask me again in 10 minutes. I'm really tired and I need to take a break. And they were just like, they got really offended, and they were like, if you didn't want to dance, just say so. Da 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 da. Gotta be all stuck up about it if you're just gonna decline people. Why are you even here? Da da da. And I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted. Like, get some water, chill out. I was like, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. No dances for you. So, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of clubs. I've been to a couple that were okay. But I was eventually able to find it after I realized it was sunken into the sidewalk. There was a staircase leading down to the entryway, and I heard Crowven yell, "Oh, there she is!" as I cascaded down them and finally met the people I'd heard so much about. Oh, she's cute. She's like a little fox. Look at her. Here she is. Gal of the hour. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to, was all I could mutter out. They appeared more rough than what I was expecting. I mean, I knew that those kind of look and crowd Crowven like to hang around, but you dressing exactly the same way. They're just a little more grunge than you are. Like, you're more gothy, they're more grunge, but like, seriously. Maybe I wasn't ready to meet them as I thought. She's being a jerk, kinda. Mary is. Alright, check him out. Fellas, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellas. My dude over there is Theodore. My other gal over there is Zapara. Yo. Aw, she's kind of cute, Crowven. In a scary kind of way. Yeah. Creepy cute, as they say. I like her eyes. They're just screaming like, hey, looky, I've got a demon inside me. His eyes are red, too. I like her horns, too. Really sells the look. She doesn't have horns. It's her hair. Crowven's friends, I wasn't sure how to feel about their compliments, or how they were looking at me. It felt as if they were eyeing me down, and they stood off mostly to Crowven's other side. Wish they'd stop looking at me like that. I wasn't really sure what to say. Alright. What are we waiting for then? Let's get in there. I peered around Crowven and his pals. There was a bouncer in front of the door. He seemed like a giant compared to us. It could be that I could also see that he was kind of glaring at us. I whispered over to Crowven. Is that guy over there going to let us in? Huh? Oh, no, definitely not. It's cool, though. I'm gonna be a distraction. Then you guys will run in, and I'll find my way in. Oh my gosh. Huh? We've done this plenty of times before, so don't worry about it. I promise it's gonna be okay. If you say so. I mean, you seem to know your way around this better than I do. That girl. It's easy. You don't even have to do anything except go with the flow. I watched as Crowven walked right up to the bouncer and promptly kicked his... Oh dear. Crowven then zipped right past us, the bouncer charging down his path, missing the rest of us by a hair. Before we could call out to him, I felt a tug on my arm as Theodore and Zapara pulled me into the door. Come on, dummy. That's our opening. And I was brought inside without any more protest. I forgot how loud clubs are supposed to be. They're so loud. I mean, I had never been in one before, and I had expected them to be loud, of course, but I didn't like the way the music felt as if it was pumped through my ears. Yeah, and you can't hear anything or anyone, and it's awful. I hate it, they're too loud. Made my bones shake, yeah, it does. It was pretty dark, but there was also plenty of colorful strobing lights around. There was a large dance floor, and a DJ booth, and a bar off to the side, and plenty of people were up and dancing. We'd only been there a few minutes, but I could already feel how humid the atmosphere was, and there was no doubt that it would only start feeling more apparent as the night went on. I looked around us. Crowven wasn't anywhere, and I was stuck here with his friends. They were talking to each other, but I couldn't hear any of what they were saying over the booming music. They seemed to hear each other just fine, though. Eventually they started walking somewhere. I trailed close behind them, not wanting to lose them in the crowd of people. They sat down at a table, and I awkwardly squeezed in next to them. To my surprise, Theodore took out a cigarette and a lighter. I wasn't sure if he was allowed to smoke in here, but I felt too intimidated to question it, especially to someone I didn't know. Oh, I would have been all like, oh heck no, not near me, no. I was also starting to worry about Crowven. He still wasn't here yet. I considered taking out my phone and calling him just to be safe, but before I knew it, he was heading to our table. He even had a drink in hand. I was astonished as he sat down next to us as if nothing happened. Geez, can you believe those jerks? Oh, I can believe it. Especially when it comes to you. Ah, shut up. I don't understand why it's always gotta be like this. I'm giving them money after all. Shouldn't it be enough for them? How'd you get back here anyway? Don't worry about it, Mars. I got it all under control. He says that. I say it because it's true, you freaking jerk. So, what are we talking about over here? Nothing. We're just waiting for you to show up. Aw, waiting on little old me? That's so sweet. So sweet I could see you. Oh, again? Shut up, jerk. Crowven and his friends laughed amongst each other. Anyone could see how close they were just by a glance at them right now. They seemed to make him happy. Happier than I'd seen him in a while. I liked seeing Crowven interacting with them and seeing how well they got along. But it just made me feel even more like an outsider sitting amongst them all. So, Mary, was it? Theodore took a long drag of his cigarette and then blew it right in my face. That's a jerky thing to do, and Crowven should call him out on it. I'm just saying. You take your little cousin to hang out with your friends, and, they're treating her like that. That's not okay. I tried to keep a polite demeanor as he did so. What do you do? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't understand. That's an easy question, ain't it? What do you do? What do I do? What's your job, sweetheart? Oh, currently not working. I used to be a waitress. I haven't decided what to do. Well, the place, she owns a restaurant, but she's not, currently working at it because it's a crime scene. Yeah, I used to be a waitress, but it only lasted a little while. I'm, not the best when it comes to people, I guess. Luckily, I've been able to stay with Crowven while I try to sort things out. He's been very generous letting me stay. Oh, Crowven's letting you have it easy, huh? You mooch often then? You're playing things smart, if I were you. What's he bought for you, huh? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Hey, knock it off. Like her parents just disappeared. Probably are dead. Oh, no, it's not like that. Unless it is. Does Crowven think I'm mooching off of him? You would say that, huh? I'm not following. Don't you worry about it. Zap's just a jerk. Hey, says you. Point proven. Anyways, so Mary, where'd you get those eyes, huh? My parents gave them to me? Oh, geez. Must have been a disappointing present. If my mama gave me eyes like a dead fish, I had been bawling. Okay, these people are jerks and I'm leaving. I hope they kept the receipt. She's just jostling you. Don't take it too seriously. No, I'd leave. I'm just having a bit of fun. Mary is too nice of a name for her, though. Nice? Nice, like soft. It's too soft. Like a pansy. She's gonna be hanging with us. She needs a cool name. Should we call her Mars too, then? Buzz off. I'm the only one allowed to call her that. Oh, I know. We can call her Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Well, hold on now. It's pretty fitting, I think. You think I'm scary? Oh, definitely. Like, I'm scared when I go to sleep at night. You'll be standing at the foot of my mattress. And you'll say something like, only a week remains. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that. You can? Did you ever do that to you, Crowven? Nah, I'm just joking. Mary's too soft. She's like a marshmallow. Well, you know what we can do with marshmallows, right? I felt weird. Everything just felt like too much. Like there wasn't enough room for everything that was happening. The lights, the music, the people, Crowven's friends. It was all a bit too much for me. I need to... Excuse me, I'm going to the bathroom. Oh, that's it. She's like Bloody Mary. Sneaking in the bathroom to take her next victim through the mirror. Easy on him, won't ya? Oh my gosh. They anger me so much. The lights in the bathroom ain't that good, and you'll scare the poop out of somebody looking like that. She looks cute. Like Crowven looks scarier than she does. I got up from the table and squirmed my way throughout the crowd, looking for the ladies' room. I had begun to regret coming here, even if it weren't for the way his friends were talking. I wasn't a fan of this atmosphere. It was all so loud and so bright. I never liked this kind of stuff. Why did I come again? I went to the bathroom, and only there did I realize how sweaty I was. It felt gross. I went over to one of the sinks and rinsed my hands and face with some cold water. Crowven never told me his friends were like that. When he used to describe them to me, they always seemed so much nicer through his words. Although, should I have expected any different? I always knew these were the kind of people Crowven liked to hang out with. I don't know why. Crowven's such a nice person. Even if he hasn't been the nicest lately, still, Crowven being moody... Just because he's been cranky lately, that doesn't mean he has to hurt my feelings. Well, he also lost his parents, so it makes sense. Like, he's going through stuff, and she's also going through stuff. But the police should let her back in her house if she's an adult. I know that he doesn't try to. See, I thought she was staying with him because she was underage, but if she's not underage, the police need to give her her house back. But these people, I had just met them, and yet, the way they talked to me, Crowven didn't even seem to mind it that much. Maybe I was the problem then? I probably shouldn't have taken things so seriously. No, set boundaries and be like, okay, I'm going home, bye. Before I could have my thoughts to myself for much longer, though, someone opened one of the stalls behind me. I hadn't even noticed someone was here. It's a good thing I wasn't thinking out loud. She approached the sink to wash her hands, and I realized it was... Twyla? Oh, hey. Didn't expect to see you here. Doesn't really seem like your type of event. No offense. I could say the same about you. What are you doing here? I come here a lot, actually. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you. Well, it's not a lot. I just meet up with some friends here every once in a while. It's where they like to be. How about you? Crowven wouldn't like it if he found out I was talking to Twyla right now. I don't know how Twyla feels about him, so it might be best not to bring him up to her. Oh, I was just invited by a friend. I had never been to one of these places, so I thought it could be nice, but it's really loud out there. And my friend brought some of his other friends, and they're what? I don't know. Obnoxious maybe? I don't know. That feels mean to say, but they feel kind of mean to me. Mean how? I don't know, like comparing me to Bloody Mary and stuff. Gross. That sucks. That's why I'm in here, actually. I don't really think I want to go back out again. I can do you a favor if you'd like. Oh? My friends and I. We actually sit in the VIP area. It's a lot more chill over there, for lack of a better word. Wait, you're actually inviting me? We haven't known each other for that long. And VIP rooms are expensive too, aren't they? It's fine. We're going to be working together, right? So we should help each other. Besides, I have a feeling you're not really going to come back to this place after tonight. I don't think anyone will be bothered by you just being over here one time. What should I do? Twyla's offer does sound very appealing, but Crowven invited me here. And can I really just leave him alone? I know he's with his friends, but still, what if he starts wondering about me? If he finds out I was hanging around Twyla, he might get upset with me again. Our relationship was just starting to get better. I don't want him to get mad at me again. What should I do? Oh no, I'm going with Twyla. Like, if he didn't want me to just boot skadoot, he should have kept his friends from blowing smoke in my face and calling me names. Like, nope. That sounds really nice. Thank you. You're welcome. Be like, and he doesn't get to decide who I hang out with, so meh. I left the bathroom with Twyla. It almost seemed as if there were more people now than when I had entered. I suppose it was completely possible, but it made me feel claustrophobic as I exited the muffled comfort of the bathroom. Twyla snapped me out of it, though. She gestured for me to follow her, and so I did. We squeezed past people until we made it to a pair of big double doors. There was a tall man standing before these doors, too. And there was even a red velvet rope, like the kind you see in the movies. I never thought I'd seen one in real life. How expensive was this room? Upon seeing Twyla, the man reached over to unhook the rope and opened the door, allowing us entry. I followed Twyla inside. As the door closed behind us, I instantly felt more at ease. Twyla was right. It was a lot more chill in here. For starters, it was much more well lit. No flashing lights, just pretty chandeliers that radiated a warm, sophisticated aura. The music in here was also a lot calmer. It didn't quite make my ears ring like the music outside did. I could still feel the muffled thumps of the outside music, but it didn't bother me nearly as much now. They had their own music playing. It wasn't completely my style, but still, plenty preferable to what was going on out there. I continued to follow Twyla as she walked over to one of the tables. There were a few tables in here, some more crowded than others, but there was still a fairly small amount of people in here. The table Twyla approached already had someone sitting at it, but she appeared to know Twyla as we made our way over and sat down beside her. Twee! You're back, hee. You even made a new friend. You've got, like, the magic touch, Twee. Ignore her, Mary. She's a bit drunk. Oh my gosh, I am not! I'm just so happy to be making even more friends. When I was a kid, my parents were worried I wouldn't make any friends. They should have just taken me to clubs. It's so easy to make friends here. Right. Anyways, Mary, can I offer you anything? Drinks are on me, so... Oh, drinks are always on me. So, like, whatever you want to order and run her dry. We also have other things besides drinks, if you prefer. Oh, thank you. But no thank you, I'm good. Besides, someone has to make sure everyone gets home safe tonight. Smart girl. Don't start any mess. It's a bit too late for some people at this table. Oh, are you talking about me? She's so silly. Anyways, have you got any updates on our little situation we were taking care of? Oh, is it alright to talk about around? Oh yes, it's fine. Trust me, she's not gonna remember any of it. that not true? I've got, like, elf memory. Oh, yeah? Philo pointed to me from across the table. What's her name, then? I said it a few times already. Hint? Right. Philo turned back to face me. As we were saying. Anything on your end? Well... No, I'm sorry. I haven't had a lot of time to look into it more. That's fine. I don't have much time either. We just started, so it's not like I'm going to hold that against you that harshly. We should start buckling down on it, though. But I think it's okay if we take a break tonight. Yeah. So tell me about the friend you came with. Oh? Why? I'm just trying to make conversation. That's all. And like we said, it isn't really your thing. I find it odd that someone like you is friends with someone who generally seems to enjoy this place. Oh well, I knew him pretty much my whole life. So there's that. Oh, one of those kinds of friends? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's like one of my closest friends, but I guess our personalities just headed in different directions as we got older. How so? I don't know, we're not too different. We both wear a lot of black, and we're into, similar things. But he's very out there and high energy and obnoxious. And his friends are that way too, you said. Yeah. I just met them tonight. I thought it could be fun, but I don't know. It hasn't been feeling very fun. I'm kind of wishing I met them somewhere else, maybe. I don't think clubs are the best place to meet people. What? What are you talking about? I think it's great! It's fine, Mary. After all, you can't expect everyone to like you. What'd they say, huh? Oh, they called me scary looking. But it's not like I haven't heard it before, so... Right, well, like I said, it's fine. I brought you here after all, so you don't have to sit with them anymore. Aw, Twyla's so nice. Nah, she's just lucky. Lucky? And so are you, so don't get things confused. Aw, I changed my mind then. Twyla's mean. Sat with him for a while. We didn't talk about all that much. Well, Twyla and I didn't, at least. The drunk girl went on and on about a bunch of stories of hers. I never learned her name or how she knew Twyla. But she was very nice and seemed to be having fun. I know she was drunk, but still, she was nice. And speaking of people who were drunk, I started getting some texts from Crowven, who seemed plenty drunk, by the way he was typing. Hey Mars, where'd you go? You've been gone for a while. You got constipation or anything, right? Somebody's giving you a hard time. You know who to call. Don't even worry, I'll beat them up for you if you need me to. I have to go get him. Thank you for letting me stay with you guys, but I think I gotta get going. Oh, what is that? My friend's messaging me, and I think he's a little too drunk right now. Reminds me of someone. Oh, who? Just gotta get you home, drunken girl. I'm gonna go, but thank you again. Really, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night, Mary. Aw, she's leaving. That's so sad. Goodbye. I like the drunken girl best out of everybody so far. I left out the double doors and tried to remember my way to our table. It was a bit hard to see with all the crazy lights and people, but I did make it back. When I got there, Crowven was slumped over the table, hiccuping and mumbling things to himself. He never used to be this bad when it came to drinking. I picked him up off the table and told his friends I ought to get him home. They didn't protest in the slightest. I wished them a good night, slumped Crowven over my shoulder, and headed to the exit. I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to get Crowven out without the bouncer noticing, but to my surprise, when I opened the door, no one was out there. I was confused, but I also wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. I hurried along as fast as I could, what with Crow on top of me and all. Then we waited together at the bus stop for the next bus to come, so we could get home. It was hard for me to tell if Crowven had passed out or not while we were waiting, but he got up when the bus arrived. I still carried him, though, just in case he tripped over himself, and we got on the bus together. The bus ride was long and tiring. Crowven leaning over me, his breath reeking of overpriced alcohol. It was even harder getting off the bus. I still carried him because I know he needed me. Harry! Yes? Are you okay? Harry! He hiccuped. I never liked seeing him like this. But at least I knew that when he was with me, he was safe. Yes, Crowven. I love you. I love you too. And I really do. I've always loved Crowven. He was like family, and the first family I had ever made. The only friend I had ever made. Hearing him say that he loved me was something he seldom did as the years passed. So hearing him say it right now, well, I wish I could say it made me feel very happy. It did make me feel a little happy, but I wish it was something I could hear him say when he was sober, too. Get his butt home. I carried Crowman back up to his room and laid him on top of his bed. I think he passed out the minute his head hit the pillow. Kissed his forehead goodnight and headed to my own room. I wish I could have slept as easily as he did. I would have needed a shower. Like, oh, my girl, take a shower. But I had more to take care of. First, time to talk to the creepy person. Are you there? I have a question for you. Yes. What do you do all day? I can't answer that. Why not? You definitely don't just sit at the phone all day. Well, of course I don't. Then what do you do? I can't tell you. Is it because it's bad? That depends on what you classify as being bad. Well, I mean, just bad stuff. And what does that consist of? Just because something is illegal doesn't always mean it's bad. Just because something is the law doesn't mean it's good. Yeah, I know that. In that case, are you worried I did something illegal? Or are you worried I just did something bad? You still haven't answered me, though. What is it that you do? I look out for you. Good night, Mary. Look out for me. How? Anyway, that is the end of our night. And so, it is time once again to see you guys later. Remember to make room for your own passions and see what happens with this next time. Bye for now.